Oh, I should have been doing that from the beginning because my hair is so dumb today. Oh, I hate this. I had a whole little plan today to kind of like step out of my eyeshadow comfort zone, and I wanted to use Oculus, the multi-chrome from Cliona, kind of as a liner. So I put down white concealer and then just patted Oculus over it, but then it was transferring into my crease. So then I added some blue into my crease. It was supposed to just be like a transition tone, but I feel like you can still tell like where it was transferring. And then also on top of that, I'm not wearing lipstick yet because we're doing a lipstick video today. So hi, welcome, I'm Hannah, and I wanted to talk about all of my orange lipsticks today. I did this with my hot pinks last year, and I did it with my red lipsticks. I actually filmed that last year and then posted it at the beginning of this year. And this year so far, I've been trying to go through all of my lipsticks and recording the journey and checking in every day when I put a new lipstick on. And I'm not sure when this one's going up, but I probably have January, February, and March of that already up. So as I'm going through that, there's a couple that I've been putting on and I'm like, oh, these are more orangey than I realized. And I am planning on doing like a big lipstick declutter at the end of getting through all of my lipsticks, but I kind of feel like with the oranges, I want to do comparisons, and that format isn't really conducive to comparisons because like I'm wearing one a day and my thoughts and feelings on things can differ based on my look or just like my feelings of the day. So I wanted to have kind of like a definitive resource where we examine my orange lipsticks and determine which ones I want to keep in my collection. So I'm going to be trying them on and hopefully decluttering a bunch of them. Now I feel like where this differs from my previous videos where we talked about hot pinks and reds is like I'm not really even looking for like the one bold orange to have. I feel like orange shows itself in very different ways in lipstick, and some is kind of more subtle. Some of it's a little bit more bold. I have different formulas. So let's just get into it. I guess I'll start with the ones that are kind of more easy to take off, and then we'll finish off with the liquid lipsticks. So for glosses, I have two of them. This one I did wear, I think maybe in February, maybe March, and it tasted a little funny and it smells old. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon lip gloss in Pout of Paradise. They used to be cruelty-free. I bought this when they were cruelty-free. They no longer are cruelty-free, and I've been really whittling down my Wet n Wild collection in the years since that happened. So I'm just gonna do a hand swatch of this one. This one might have been my boldest orange, and I did really like it over the years. I feel like I wore it a decent number of times considering how big my lipstick collection is, but this one I'm definitely decluttering. This Colourpop one, this is the Colourpop Luxe Lip Oil in Hot Spark. This one I will try on. So the thing about this one is that it's just like a little hint of orange. It's not like in your face. It's like maybe I had an orange popsicle a couple hours ago and even that has since faded. I'll zoom in a little bit. Oh, I should have been doing that from the beginning because my hair is so dumb today. I feel like this is kind of what I mean about oranges taking different shapes, because it doesn't even necessarily come across like, oh, I'm wearing an orange lip today, but it's like a nice, subtle, kind of like warmth and flavor of orange. And I think if I had like a summery look on, this would be the kind of like fun addition that I'd like to add. So this one's definitely a keeper. I guess I'll try to do like a keep pile and a get rid of pile. Yeah, I feel like you can see when it's a little bit more built up that it really is orange, but on the lips, while it's mixing with my lip color, it doesn't come across so strong. Okay, next I have two kind of more like balm finishes. This is maybe my favorite lip product in my whole lipstick collection. This is e.l.f. Golden Pear. It's the Sheer Slick lipstick. It's just like the perfect everyday throw it on kind of lip color. Going to the beach, you're not wearing makeup, throw it on. full look, but maybe you don't want like the uncomfortableness of like a matte liquid lipstick, throw it on. Keep it in your bag, reapply it. I feel like this one's kind of similar to the gloss too, in that it doesn't come across so strikingly orange, but it has like just enough color to really liven up your face without detracting from an eye makeup look. And this is like $3 too on top of that. This is just such a good product. It's like the formula of this is really nice, but it's like the combination of that with the color is just magic. Because I have tried this in other colors that I just didn't like as much, but this one I'm a huge fan of. And then the other kind of balmy one I have is the Colourpop Blotted Lip. I know that they just re-released these, and I'm definitely planning on picking one of those up next time I make a Colourpop order, but this is from last time they had those, and I really enjoyed this formula. I was sad when they discontinued it. This is the shade Candyfloss, and I think this too is like a really nice nudie orange. I feel like this one's a little bit more orange than the other two that we've tried on, but it's still neutral enough to get away with going with anything. It's also, like, in comparison to the last look, it's much more of like a natural finish. That Sheer Slick was definitely way more glossy and shiny on my lips, but I really like this. And like this kind of formula, I really like because it fades evenly. Like, if I'm doing an activity, if I'm actually wearing my lipstick to like live my life, it'll just kind of come off as I'm eating or drinking or talking or whatever, and it's never gonna like crumble off like a liquid lipstick would, you know? It's not gonna smear all over my face. I really like it. So this is Candyfloss. And also I didn't swatch Golden Pear. So I feel like these definitely look really similar. They look like 3 formulas of the same color. And now in my lipstick category, it's where I have to do a little bit more thinking. So I have these 4 lipsticks. One is the e.l.f. Seriously Satin lipstick in the shade Nectar, which I wore recently in my quest to wear all of my lipsticks, and I was just surprised at how peachy it looked on me. And then we also have Stoned Rose from Charlotte Tilbury, which I kind of had the same experience with, even though I remember that every time I put this on, I'm always like, wow, this is way more orange than I realized. And then I have 2 from Colourpop. We have Creme Fraiche and Oooouuu, which was a collab with Shayla. So let's do this e.l.f. one first. There's really nothing bad about this. I just don't love it. I put it on and I'm just like, it's just not doing it for me. If I had a really small lipstick collection and this was like my one peachy leaning lipstick, then like fine, I think I would remember that and I would use it. But I know that I would choose a Charlotte Tilbury one over this and they would serve kind of a similar purpose. Yeah. Yeah, so this is that e.l.f. one here, and I'm going to declutter it. Okay, let's try on the Charlotte Tilbury one. Yeah, this one's a little bit more of like a glossy formula than the e.l.f. one is, and this one might even be a little bit more orange than that e.l.f. one is, but I'm fine keeping this as just like my one kind of like easy to wear orange for when I want that kind of thing. And also just like the Charlotte Tilbury just feels more special to me, and I want to keep it. Yeah, I think you can definitely see those similarities there. So the next is this Creme Fraiche from Colourpop. It's the Velvet Blur Luxe lipstick. I don't know what to do about this one, because it doesn't excite me, but I like it. It definitely is more orange than that Charlotte Tilbury one, but do I need more orange? I'm on such like a neutral lip kick recently, and like I do like to vary my neutrals a little bit, but I don't want to keep things just in case I decide to want them in the future. Like, makeup expires and I'd rather use the things that I love now than keep something around just in case I decide to start loving it. So it kind of hurts me, but I think I'm going to declutter this one. And it's so similar. It's so similar to any of those. And all of these, I like the formula better than this. I don't dislike this formula, I just like these formulas better. And then this last Luxe lipstick, it's the shade Oooouuu from Colourpop and Shayla. This one I got when they took a really long time shipping my order, and then they included this when I finally got it, I guess as like a, sorry we took so long shipping your order kind of thing, which is nice of them because I definitely would not have bought this on its own. It's like a really ridiculous melon color. And when I got it, I was enjoying wearing it with a lip liner, but I just don't need it. And even like that enjoyment of using it with a lip liner, I probably did that like 1 or 2 times. And then I was like, oh yeah, this works for me. And then I've kept it for years since then based on that. So this looks ridiculous on me and I'm going to declutter it. There's my little swatchy of that one. And the last order of business are 2 liquid lipsticks. So the first one, I did include with my red category when I went through that. And I realized then that it is just way more orange than it is red. And at the time too, I was considering decluttering it and I just didn't feel ready to yet. But I think I might be ready to today. It's a couple years old. This was a Kathleen Lights collab. It's the shade Revere. I'm not sure if I said that. And I already decluttered the other 2 that it came with. It was a gloss called Moonchild, I think, and then another satin lipstick called Dreamy. And those I decluttered for being old so long ago. So this one's really old. And I just remember the color being so neon. I think I kind of tricked myself into keeping it last time because I don't think it shows up as neon on camera as it does in person. And like looking at it right now, I don't hate this, but at the same time, I haven't worn this in years and I'm not going to. Oh yeah, and looking in my mirror, it looks ridiculously orange, ridiculously neon, and pretty streaky as well. So I'm finally ready to declutter this one. Okay, I think that last one kind of stained my lips a little bit and then I just smeared over it with my foundation brush. And we only have one left, so it's okay if I'm a little bit of a mess now. This last one is Squash from Lime Crime. This one's also really old, but I just feel like I'm gonna want to keep this because the color is just so like weird in my favorite kind of way. It doesn't smell the best, but it doesn't smell the worst. It looks so ugly on me and I really like it. Squash is really just like the perfect name for this. Okay, I definitely 100% wouldn't wear it with this look. I think it would look really pretty with like a pink eye makeup and just like in a certain kind of fun mood, you know? I feel like if I was going into Brooklyn, I could wear this. And I'm also happy knowing that I'm getting rid of 5 other lipsticks today. And this is just like my one really weird bold orange. So yeah, let me do a swatch of this. Oh, I think I missed a swatch of that last Colourpop one. Yeah, I feel like those 2 liquid lipsticks were just like the most different of all. And I like that I'm getting rid of one of those different ones and keeping one. And actually this is super satisfying because that's exactly 5 that I'm getting rid of and 5 that I'm keeping. This was actually relatively painless. I feel like in my past lip swatch color story videos, I had like a little bit more emotional turmoil trying to decide what to keep and what to get rid of. And this didn't feel so bad. I mean, I haven't like actually gotten rid of them yet. I'll write down here to confirm that I did, but I think I am. I think I will. I think I did. And that means that I kind of fulfilled my goal of just having my formulas represented. We have my one gloss. We have one like easy to wear kind of like matte balm. We have one regular lipstick, one easy to wear kind of glossy balm, and then one really weird liquid lipstick. So I have my little collection of 5 orangey lipsticks. And then I have these 6 that I'm getting rid of. I'm also happy to get rid of these Luxe lipsticks because I feel like I'm appreciating having different packaging for different things just for like ease of use, that like I can grab for a lipstick and have a better idea of what I'm getting than having like 20 of these identical gold Colourpop tubes. I definitely still have a bunch of them, but every time I get rid of some, I'm like a little bit happy that it makes the other ones more special. And I feel like eventually I'll be able to be like, oh, I have 5 and like rattle off the 5 that I have, you know? And I like that idea. And that is everything for today. I hope that this was fun to watch. I hope you enjoyed this journey into orange lipsticks with me. If you like this kind of like using what you have or just lipstick content in general, I would really appreciate it if you give me a like and subscribe. I have those other videos of wearing all my lipsticks in January, February, and March, and then we have my April one coming up. I did a big declutter earlier in the year and a lip liner declutter, and I'm gonna do another declutter after I finish going through all of my lipsticks. So there's a lot going on here. I hope you stick around. I hope you enjoy this. Thank you for being here today. Bye. A Colourpop